Hi guys, how y'all doing? I have a message for my collective, okay? And I want y'all to listen very carefully. I keep hearing the words, hold on for one more day. If you just hold on for one more day, okay? Because God has something, it's something they would say, the church folks would say, a ram in the bush. God has something for you, okay? Because I feel like my collective has been through a period where you've been stressed out about the bills, okay? There was some sort of sickness or some sort of situation you went through with your health, okay? And you needed to rest, okay? But and this was not by choice, okay? It was because you had to. If you would have moved forward with working and with the everyday stresses of working and getting, the everyday grind, back in the everyday grind, you would have not made it, okay? This was a cause for you to have to rest, okay? So it wasn't your choice, okay? And during this time, you really just felt you did have the opportunity to have the peace that you needed to rest, okay, to get into the Four of Swords energy, okay, because that's when the cards came out was the Four of Swords, okay, but your mental was not always okay, okay. So one minute you'd be like, I'm fine, don't worry about what the situation looks like, and on the other hand, you're like, okay, but everybody is going through it and these bills are still coming in. The thing about that is the bills never stopped, okay? They'll never stop, and they haven't stopped. But you've been the type of woman in your life that you've been able to make ends meet for your kids. And you, every time, even if you don't have kids, okay, you've been able to make ends meet for yourself, okay? You stepped up and you said, hey, I'm going to make things happen for myself, okay? I need to be put up in a position where I don't have to deal with people underhandedly treating me like crap, okay? Some of the family members you've cut off in your life, okay? You've been going through bouts of periods where you're like, will I ever find a man, okay? Because it is, with this generation, okay, what we have to pick from now, it just, the pickings are very slim, okay? And that's okay, okay? It's okay to be alone. It's okay to take your time, okay? Some of y'all have been have been in a relationship, a bad relationship that you've left, okay? And you're like, I would never go back, but it sure would be nice to have a companion or something like that. And I said all this to say, excuse me, my voice starts to get raspy when I get to talking because someone doesn't want me to get this message out, but I'm gonna get this message out, okay? The Most High wants you to hold on for one more day, okay? I'm a living witness to this, okay? There is a lot of depression. There's energies that are working against our mental, okay? They're sending frequencies out of unaliving, wanting people to unalive themselves, okay? Anytime we get on social media and we stroll, there's this wave of depression, frequency of depression, okay? So what I want you guys to start doing is lighting your candles, okay? Saying your prayers or whatever it is that you do, okay? Doing your petitions or whatever, sending your lighting your return of the candles, and whatever you do to get yourself in a positive mood, do this, okay? Because you might think it's a joke, but these frequencies are not playing. The world is in such a state of being where it's more dark, okay, than light. So when you get in those moments, it's so hard to get out of those, get out of your head. When you're sitting there in a peaceful moment, okay, you say to yourself, I've gotten rid of all the gossiping family members. I've gotten rid of all the cheating men, okay? I've gotten rid of the people that was playing in my face. I've gotten rid of the bosses that didn't appreciate me, the jobs that didn't appreciate me, okay? And you stood in this moment of solitude, but you always were saying to yourself, okay, oh my gosh, how am I gonna make these bills work? And it seems like you've been making it work, but it's like this one particular month that you need to push through. It's like when you this one particular period, okay, when your blessing is about to come in and you just feel like it's like giving up today and your blessing coming tomorrow. Okay, your abundance coming tomorrow. Okay, some of you might even have like lawsuits or some of you might have filed for Social Security where you're getting a lump sums of money or back pay or things like that. Okay, or people that owe you that know they should have been paid you out. Okay, corporations that have owed you that they should have been paid out. Okay, checks that should have been sent out or whatever. And you're like, how long is it gonna take? Like, and you've already took to this list, okay? And if you haven't, some of y'all need to make a list, okay? Or some of y'all have a mental list of what y'all need. So it's like, okay, when I get this money, I need this, I need that, I need that, okay? But while y'all are making that mental list, please get a piece of paper and write this down, okay? Write what your plan is, like a real plan when you get this money. Because guess what? Sometimes when you get thousands of dollars, it's like all the stuff that you need. It's like as soon as you get it, and once you get all the things that you need, you're down a couple thousand, and you're like, hold on, wait a minute now, like how did I spend it just that fast, okay? And you just really don't have a plan except, okay, let me just go spend. You've done that in the past or whatever. So something about this time when the Most High blessed you with this situation, you need to have a real plan, okay? Because some of us are getting up there in age, or even some of us just have children that are going off to college or leaving, or they need things, okay? You need to provide things for them, or you are now in the mindset of bettering yourself. Some of y'all want to start businesses, or some of y'all have businesses and you're like, I can't wait to get this money, I can do this, that, and the third, or whatever. A lot of us are in situations like that, okay? And I'm telling you, hold on for one more day. I keep hearing this word, hold on for one more day, okay? Now, I'm not going to go any further into it because sometimes when I listen to things, messages and stuff like that, I get triggered, okay? Thinking about the bills, thinking about how I'm gonna get this, get these things done, get this paid, get that paid, or whatever. And some of us are alone. Some of us feel so lonely, even though we got friends and family. We just feel so lonely because we cut off some of the people that, like I said, we got rid of a lot of the bad energy. So there's nothing left to do but to say, hey, you know what? Regardless of what the situation is around me, I am going to still have faith. I'm going to say my affirmations. I'm going to just still look into my future and say it's going to get better, because I promise you it will. Okay, so now let's move on with the cards that I pulled. Okay, Four of Swords, Emperor, the Devil card, Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the World card, Four of Pentacles, Hierophant, Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. 2 seconds, guys. Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 5 cups, okay? Or the first 5 cards, the first 5 cups. Okay, might as well say the cups because there's something in it for you, okay? Four of Swords. This right here is telling me you've been in a rested position, okay? You've been recharging, reflecting, okay? Like I said, some of us have not. During this recharging, we've had to do this, okay? Because we just want to make it, okay? The healing. It's like when you heal, okay? When you break a bone, when you break a leg, when you break something, okay? The healing process is never fun. It still hurts, but it's healing, okay? It still hurts. You still feel like, feel the pain. You still feel that bone regenerating back to itself. The skin, regrowing back to itself, okay? Even when some of us, we've had stitches before, okay? You understand the healing process of stitches, and it's a yucky thing. Sometimes you have pus, you have blood, you have, I'm sorry if people are don't like that or whatever, but it is what it is. It's the healing process, okay? And it's never pretty, okay? So I want you to remember that when you are in a state of rest and you're healing, it's never pretty. Nobody said that healing was pretty, but when you get back 100%, baby, it's gonna all feel worth it, okay? So that's what that Four Swords represent, okay? There's an Emperor on the board, y'all. Somebody's been watching you. This man has money. This man has money. I can tell already from this Page of Pentacles right here, okay? This is somebody you would never expect, y'all. Listen to me carefully. This is somebody you would never expect, okay? This man has been watching you, okay? This man has been watching you, and you say to yourself, well, why me, okay? This man has been watching you. You've been in some sort of give or take relationship with this man. This man would be somebody that you would exchange a sleight of hand with, things that go out of your hand and go into their hand type of situation, such as like a boss, somebody you've been paying, somebody like a landlord or something like that. This man has money and he has his eye on you, okay? And it could be any situation, okay? But he's there, and you wouldn't even think that he would be thinking of you in this type of way, because look at this. This the Devil card, okay? This represents a man and a woman being chained together. He wants to chain himself to you, okay? Devil card is not always a bad thing. It says you are only limited by what you believe is possible, okay? So you're not even thinking this is possible. You didn't think, why would this man even look at me? This man could even be of a different walk of life, okay? He say you may be African American, this man may be Caucasian, or this is somebody you were like, why would they even turn that? Why would I even look at them in that aspect? This man got some money that he's holding. He wants somebody that's he want to give to somebody, okay? And he's been looking at you. Look at this Two of Cups. It says open your heart and receive love from others, okay? Balance. This man wants to bring balance to your life, okay? And it's like why you? Because he's seen you. This man has been watching you, right? And he's saying to himself, at first it's like every time he thought, whatever dynamic relationship y'all are in, it's like, okay, she'll never be able to make this happen because I've seen this before, and this and that. He had compared you to other people, and he's like, oh, she's gonna be like this person, she's gonna be like the last person. And every time, whatever situation in your life, you have overcame this, and this man has saw that. He's like, okay, that's just a fluke. At first, he's thinking to himself, that's just a fluke, you know what I'm saying? And then he started thinking to himself, okay, something is up. So then he started getting curious and getting in your business, okay? This is a man that would have been questioning you about where you get your funding from, how you making your money, like curious things, like you like, that's none of their business type of thing. It's because this man is intrigued. It's not because he's trying to get in your business. You're like, okay, you need to get out my business, sir. It's not. It is that, but it's also like because it's intrigued, because he's never seen somebody get in a situation and they actually say, hey, I'm gonna do this to get out of the situation, and it happens. It's like he's looking at you in the eyes of someone saying she doesn't have much, okay? She doesn't have a crowd of people that's handing her money. She doesn't have a lot of money, but she made it happen, okay? So you're the type of woman, you're very independent. You made things happen for your children, okay? You may have been broke after you paid the bills, baby, but the bills was paid, okay? You always had food on your refrigerator. You never had to worry about things like that. And sometimes even when you would spend your money, okay, you think to yourself, okay, right down to the penny, you had just enough to get everything you need. And you're saying to yourself, there's people by the boatloads living, the 3-4 adults living in the same house. And even if that is your situation or whatever, I'm not knocking it. But I'm speaking to those that have nobody, okay? They're pulling it on their own, and by the grace of God, there is little tiny miracles happening every time, but you seem to forget it because you're like, okay, now God, you done got me through this month, okay? Most High, you done got me through this month, and now I gotta get to the next one, okay? So you're not looking at yourself like somebody's gonna come and save you. You're looking at like, how am I gonna get this done? Okay, but this man is watching you because he wants to give you something, and I can tell that by this Page of Pentacles. Okay, this man got a pretty penny, honey. Okay, so did I mention the Two of Cups or whatever? He wants to be he wants to battle things out with you. Okay, and we can tell by this Page of Pentacles. It says he has ideas and opportunities he want to give you as well. Okay, like some sort of job that he sees you worthy of, or some sort of title. Okay, some sort of title that he could say, hey, I need you to do this. Okay, but then it would turn into something that with the World card, it would turn into something where you're involved with him. You'd have to be involved with him on an everyday basis or whatever, and it would change, like change your fate. Okay. Also, when this man begin to give you things, okay, he's not even that type, okay? Even though this man got money, he's usually the type, okay, that holds on with his Four of Pentacles. This is showing me he hold on to his money, okay? So when he gives you something, it's like he wants to see, he still wants to see that independence that you have or whatever. What would you choose to do with the money that he gives you? Because he hold on to his money, baby. He's very frugal. But once he gives it to you, he wants to see things like, okay, what is she gonna do with it, And you wanna be the type of person that, okay, you say, okay, he give me a little bit of money, okay, I'm gonna put it in the bank, okay? I'm not gonna spend it, I'm gonna put it in the bank, okay? Anything this man give you, set it aside. I'm not saying don't spend none of it, but set it aside, not because you're trying to prove anything but a man loves to see that his investments has not gone in vain, especially a man that got some money, okay? He may own some properties, things like that. He doesn't want to see his investment go in vain, okay? Very frugal, okay? That's why he has money, okay? With this Hierophant card, y'all, this man is looking to, he may be even a part of some sort of group, okay, that makes decisions of power, okay, with the Hierophant card, where he can make things happen. Like, let me see if I can find an example. Hold on a second. Okay, he may be part of an association, or he may have some shares in a stock or something like that. Okay, with this Hierophant card, and also the Hierophant can mean values, okay, divine wisdom, okay, and tradition. Okay, so this man is a very traditional man. So it's not like when you're dealing with him, it's like just because he's of a different race or whatever, not to take him serious. Okay, so he's very, very traditional. Okay, and with this Queen of Cups, he sees you as kind and good natured, okay, compassionate. Okay, there were times where you had small and short conversations with him, but by those conversations he could tell. Okay, now as I'm telling you guys this, it's like you're trying to search your brain to figure out who this person is or don't. Okay, because it's like you're never gonna guess who this man is. Okay, until when you find out, you're like, oh my God, this is who she was talking about. And this is who Pretty Hustle Tarot was talking about when she was saying this man with money, okay? It's like you can't believe, okay? Because you've always been the type of woman that had intuition and been able to figure things out, read people and stuff like this. But God doesn't want you to figure this out, okay? The Most High doesn't want you to figure this out. It's like he want to hit you with the bam, okay? He want to hit you with the wham, like, okay, you didn't see this coming. You never saw this coming, okay? So don't rack your brain trying to figure out who it is, okay? Just let the energy flow, okay? Let energy flow, and just kind of forget about that there's a man coming, okay? Because it's not. Let me rephrase this: that there's a man coming. He's not coming. He's there, okay? He's there in the shadows, and he has been watching you, okay? With the Five of Swords, strength tested, okay? He's tested your strength. There's times this man has tested your strength, and not because he wanted to be mean or nasty. It's like he's never seen a woman like you or a situation like yours, okay? He's been around plenty of people where he's been able to predict their actions or whatever, but in this situation, it's like no, I can't even predict, okay? Because I could say this will happen, but then she just does this thing, her thing, where she's like out of that situation. She climbs out of each hole, okay? And this is attractive to this man, okay? A King of Pentacles, okay? I just told y'all. He's realistic, okay, and this man is solid, okay. So, and I'm glad we get to talk about this King of Cups and the solidness of this man, okay, because there's some insecurities that us as women have, and my collective has had, okay. So when you are involved with this man, right, there's going to be insecurities popping up, okay. And we all have these insecurities, like, well, I'm not used to a man giving me this, okay, or giving me that, okay, or you might be the type of woman like, ain't nothing for free, so what is the deal, okay? This is how this man is going to grow on you. Every time one of your insecurities pop up, or any of your insecurities pop up, this man is going to prove those insecurities. He's going to melt those insecurities away, okay? And by that, being like a constant thing of rotation. Anytime it's one of your insecurities pop up, okay, well, he's a different color than me. I don't come from money. He has money. Anytime these insecurities pop up, this man is going to be a solid force in your life, and this is how you're going to grow to love this man, not because of the money, okay, not because of the things that he does to you. It's because every insecurity that you've ever had when it comes to a relationship or a man, or just in general dealing with people, like every single person in my life I had to cut off. They talked about me behind my back. They've shunned me, or they treated me like the black sheep, or whatever the case may be, okay. This man is going to melt every last one of those insecurities away, and that, by that being a repeat offense, okay, that's a good offense, okay. It's going to make your heart grow. Okay, your heart is gonna burst. Okay, with warmth. Okay, he's gonna be reliable. Okay, in providing for you. Okay, and soon you're gonna think to yourself, okay, it doesn't even matter about the money. It's every insecurity that I've ever had in my life. This man has melted it away. Okay, and I can tell y'all that's a good feeling. Okay, and I feel like you guys deserve it. My collective deserve it. Okay, because you've been through a lot. Okay, also from the Page of Swords, it's like you're gonna gain this eagerness back. Okay, you're gonna gain this eagerness back. Some of us have been adults that's been shy, and it's like, okay, you may have been shy, or you may like, I don't date a lot around, date a lot. Okay, because look at the way we have to date. Okay, you have social media. You got all these things going on with these young women, okay? These young African American and brown and white women or whatever, that going somewhere and they meet somebody and they end up not coming back, okay? Or they end up heartbroken, they end up in a situation they can't get themselves out of, things like that, okay? So we kind of shun ourselves away from trying to do that, okay? And it's like you've been in your house and it's like, well, ain't no Prince Charming gonna come knock on the door and save you, whisk you off on a horse, okay? So this is not that, but it's like you understand that part about relationships, okay? And you understand that this is something that when you think about all that, all the shyness, all the insecurities is going to go away, and it's going to allow you to be able to be talkative. Okay, you're going to be able to talk to this man. Okay, you're going to understand that because he has not come from what you have come from, okay, that you're going to be able to explain these things to him easily, and he's going to be able to understand, because he's never like that's not like that's like somebody learning a new language or learning a new culture or something. It's like they're not going to shun themselves away and be like, oh well, because I don't understand it, I'm just going to stay away from this man. Has watched you, and he knows that you don't come from what he comes from. Okay, even with the dynamic of your relationship, it's like there's already a dynamic in a relationship where you kind of shifted and said, hey, I know that you may be a little more prestige than me, but here's what I have. I'm standing on this. Okay, I'm standing on every situation that I get into. I'm having faith that I'm gonna get my situation out. I'm saying you don't know me like you know everybody else. I'm saying it. There's a difference in who I am and how I make my situations happen for me. Okay, how the Most High tends to bless me because I have cut off all the bad energies in my life. Okay, and I chose to be someone who's different and who's better. Okay, because you chose not to put up with the constant back and forth and the negativity in your life. Okay, that sets you apart right there. Okay, because some people sit there, and there was times that you would have been the one that said, stayed in a situation or a friendship with somebody because of whatever, and it always had to be maybe family or because y'all have history or whatever. But you gave up that long time ago. Okay, so that caused you to be able to shift your paradigm, okay, into a more mature and multifaceted way of looking at life. Okay, and so this is what you manifested into your life. Okay, also with the Queen of Wands, this is you. Okay, you have warmth, you have compassion, you are determined, you're adaptable. Okay, because you're not the type of there's types of women that they only could date a certain type of man. Okay, and that's not my collective. My collective is a type of woman that can sit beside an Italian man, okay, and talk with the best of them, okay. It's like you're a chameleon, okay. You have common sense, okay, to adapt because you've been independent, okay. You've been out in the world and you've seen so many people and so many situations, and you've kept your mouth shut because you've learned a lot of things, and where people be like, okay, well, they would never know some of the things that you've been through. Okay, they would know some of the people you sat among. Okay, it's just like the situation I'm saying to you right now. There's some sort of millionaire, a man who has money that's sitting right. You're sitting right up under their. They're sitting right up under your nose, or you're sitting up under their nose. Okay, and this man has been watching you, and you're saying to yourself, why you? Because this is something that God is saying to you that you're ready for. Okay, and you have told yourself, I'm ready for this. Okay, you've been through worse situations to have to deal with someone who might have called you out of your name and said, hey, I ain't dealing with it, or whatever the case, and you stood your ground like a Queen of Wands would. You're about that action. Okay, you're not gonna let somebody sit back and just roll over you. Okay, and so because people mistook you for that, okay, but that's because these people didn't know you like that. Okay, they wanted to believe that you was not one of them girls. Okay, they wanted to believe that you was the type that when they over there putting up with going for anything, and you're like, nah, I don't have a man, because at the end of the day, baby, if I'm gonna deal with somebody, it's gonna have to be worth it. It's gonna have to mean something. Okay, I'm not gonna be stressing myself out. I'm not sending myself to an early grave about any situation. Okay, you gave that up a long time ago, and even with you stressing about the bills, it's like, this is life. Okay, this is something that everybody's going through. Okay, there's no shame in somebody sitting here stressing about how they're gonna get their bills paid, because guess what, everybody has issues. There's people that got money that has issues they can't even solve with money. Okay, still stressing. Okay, but this man, he works hard. He works every day. He got the money. Okay, don't ever think this man don't have that money. Okay, he has it. Okay, but he wants you to be responsible with it. Okay, now let's see what else comes out when it comes to this. This is too many cards. So let me go ahead, start over. 5 cards came out. I know the death card came out, so there's going to be an ending to some situations in your life when it comes to abundance. Like you're not gonna have to worry about things of that nature anymore. Okay. There's some sort of Queen of Pentacles energy that came out in reverse. Okay, this is somebody who couldn't decide on whether they want to be in a situation with this man. Okay, and this is why he's moving forward, I feel. Okay, some people get, it's like you pray for something, and then when you get it, because it didn't come in the package that you wanted, you're like, I don't know if I want it. Okay. And so yeah, we don't want to be that type of person. Okay, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, okay, we all have to leave here. And the death card came out again. Endings to a situation in your life where you won't have to worry about, like, the worry about, okay, are the bills paid? Some of the things you might have to worry about is, okay, which property should I invest in? Which house should I move in? Which is closer to where I need to shop? Okay, which car should I drive? Okay, which car insurance should I get? Okay, which one has the best coverage? Okay, which color furniture should I have? I have pets. Okay, I don't want my furniture dirty. What color should I cover my should my furniture covers me? What color should I get my curtains? Things like that. This is things you're gonna have to worry about. You're not gonna have to worry about a bill. Or, oh my God, how am I gonna get this rent paid? Oh my God, are we gonna be homeless tomorrow? Like, things like that are gonna end. Because I certainly put that death card back, and it came right back out. Okay, but I can't make this up, y'all. I wouldn't sit here and make this up. This is what's coming out in the cards. Okay, let's see what else. Are you saying to yourself, saying, why me? Why not you? Okay, because you're eloquent. Okay, because people have stole from you in the past. Okay, you've had delays in the past. Don't you feel like you deserve something like this in your life? Okay, like we all deserve just a little peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna say it's gonna be perfect. Okay, but we deserve just a little peace of mind, because we the Queen of Wands. We done made it happen. We done made it happen for ourselves. Okay, this 8 of Wands, this is action. You've been out there. You've been in the stormy weather. You've walked through a lot of horse should I say? Okay, what things that people don't even know that you've walked through. Okay, so when you're saying why me, why not you? Okay, what else? What else do you want this person to know? What do you want my collective to know? What else? That you have been frustrated, okay, and you've been anxious, okay? But do you know that stress could take us out of here, y'all? Okay? With this 9 of Wands, okay, in reverse, there's been stresses, delays, disasters. I know that. We know that. Spirit saying he knows that. This is why. When we ask him the question, why aren't you? This is why. You've had stress. You had enough stress. You had enough anxiety. You had enough delays in your life. Okay? You had enough being defensive. Okay? You've had enough of being obstinate. Okay? Without. Okay? You had enough of that. This is why. So don't ever look at yourself and ask yourself, why me? Why would this blessing come to me? Why not? It could come to anybody. But it's you, and why not you? You've shown that even how hard it was for your to get your mental together and say, okay, F what I'm looking at. God still has promises for me that he has not delivered on, and I'm still waiting. I'm holding on for one more day, just one more day. And then you're seeing synchronicities, okay? Just think about those synchronicities, okay? Coincidence don't happen, y'all. People think coincidence happen. No, they don't. The 444, the 1111, the 111s, that's the things that are happening on people's birthdays, that their loved ones that's not here anymore. All those synchronicities that's happening, like, these are not a coincidence. I'm telling you, it's here. Okay? You're not gonna have to deal with no more lack of emotional. Okay, this King of Cups came out in reverse. No more lack of emotional intelligence. Okay, none of that no more. Okay, a man who doesn't know who doesn't know how to be emotionally intelligent. Okay, you're not ever gonna have to deal with that anymore. Okay, you know better to not deal with that. You know better to not deal with that. You could look at a man right now and say, okay, I know he's not for me and I'm not for him. You're not gonna waste 2 or 3 years. You're not gonna waste 2 or 3 weeks looking at a man and saying, oh, let me see where it goes. No, we no longer see where it goes. We don't have time for that anymore. It's people out there getting it. It's people out there taking care of their families. There's people out there putting trust funds in their families, in their children's names, okay? There's people out there buying houses, okay? And this is what the Most High wants you to have, okay? We don't have time for the struggle and the hustle mindset, okay? Anymore, okay? With this money, the love of money, okay? The love of money is the root of all evil, okay? Let me tell you why people say that, okay? Because these our money has basically it's witchcraft, okay? They're putting witchcraft on the money, okay? Because our money has sigils on it, okay? You can look it up, okay? It has sigils on the money, okay? So it keeps you in the 9 to 5 hustle and bustle of trying to chase money, okay? And you never get out of that hustle and bustle grind, because this is what they want you to do. And the people that have the money knows that you're going to continue to be in a hustle and bustle grind, okay? And you're going to continue to do all the things that you see fit to do for money. Look at how many things have happened when it comes to money. Look, think of some things that people would do just to have some money, okay? Or what I would do for $5,000 right now. It's what people would do for $20,000 right now. What people would do for $20 right now. Okay, people come in your house and try to steal out your purse. Okay, and they already done had in their mindset, okay, I'm gonna steal these little $20. These little $20 ain't gonna get them past a pack of cigarettes and some gas in their car. But they did it. Why? Because it was the constant I don't have mentality, the broke mentality that we all stay in, okay? I'd rather have $20 than to keep my relationship with this person pure, okay? I'd rather steal from this person and lie to this person than to keep my relationship intact with them, because the human contact, it don't matter no more. Only thing that matters right now is money, okay? I gotta pay these bills. I'm desperate, okay? What I want to do for the money, okay? So it's like forever and ever it keeps us in a, it also it helps us to forget that we are the currency, okay? Our sweat, blood, and equity is what gets us these cars, these houses, these things, okay? The money, the paper is just a tool. Some of us went to school to get degrees, okay? To not even have a job enough to earn us enough to buy a house, for a year. But we got these student loans to pay back, okay? Like, God sees all of these things. The Most High sees all of these things, okay? He sees that you're wrapped up in all these things, and you forget about your you forget about your state of mind, okay? Your state of being, okay? Some of us are not being challenged enough, okay, because of the struggle, okay? Some of us are in competition, okay? Some of us are being just tyrannical, deceitful, okay? Because sometimes we feel like we have to, okay? There's things in your life that I've done and we've done that we're not proud of, okay? We're not gonna have to deal with it anymore, okay? Somebody prayed and said to the Lord, or said to God, hey, I want to have a life that I'm proud of, that I wouldn't have to hustle and bustle, that I wouldn't have to lie, that I wouldn't have to cheat, that I wouldn't have to steal for, okay? And He's answering your prayers, okay? 2 Pentacles in reverse. Not having to rob Peter to pay Paul anymore, okay? I just said that 2 Pentacles came out, okay? So if there's somebody that the heat is turned up and you're like, oh God, I don't know, you're gonna see a sign soon, or you might have already gotten a sign, okay? Don't take those signs for granted, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm a living witness. God is moving on His time, okay? His timing is way better than ours. He sees what's coming. He sees and knows what's coming around the corner. You may not have been gotten your blessing because there may be some people in your life, or there may be some situations in your life where as soon as you take a leap of faith, there's somebody around, there's a devil around the corner. They say, I'm going to take it from her. I'm going to take it from him, okay? I feel like I deserve it and she don't, okay? So just trust the Most High's timing, because He knows. He knows when the time is right, and this might sound cliche. A lot of us get tired of waiting. We get tired of waiting. But that's saying to yourself, I'm tired of having faith. But what else do you have to hold on to? Okay? There's hopelessness all around the world. So what else do you have to hold on to but your dreams and your faith? Okay? But you got to take action too as well. Okay? As much as action as you can take, develop a plan, okay? Some of us, I was listening to an interview the other day where a lot of people don't like Tasha K, but I like when I watched one of her interviews, okay? And I feel like people can change, okay? And I heard her say that every month around the time that she is feeling, what's it called, that she's feeling that her menstrual, or that it's time for her moon cycle is to come on, that she gets this burst of creativity, okay? Some of that is, somebody would call that, getting in the mood, or whatever the case, or whatever. So it's this burst of creativity that she creates a business every time, okay? And then for a little while it goes away, and then again it comes back every month cycle, okay? Some of us are experiencing that as well, and they're saying to themselves, what is that? And they don't know, and they don't understand what she put it out there in the air, and I'm putting it on the floor. That's what it is, sis, okay? There is this creative energy. There's this that's why a lot of us don't need to be getting these Hysterectomies, we need our uterus, okay? I want y'all to, even though there's, a lot of women are going through issues with, what is it called? 1 second. So it is fibroids. A lot of us are going through fibroids where we're having heavy flows, okay? And I would urge you, don't get rid of your lady parts, okay? Keep those lady parts, okay? Because we don't know if that creativity would go away if we let these people snatch our uterus, okay? That's the force of life within us, okay? That thing within us helps us create, okay? It's a creativity. That's when, so you hear somebody say my hormones are raging, okay? That has a positive effect as well. When you get the feeling like you're in a mood and you want, some people use that as a manifestation tool, okay? You can look it up. I would never lie to you. You can look it up. Some people use, mass, whatever, the word to get creative. Okay, a lot of men do it, okay, and women can do it as well. Okay, here we have the sun card in the 4 of Pentacles again. So the sun will shine again. I'm telling you, the sun is shining on you, okay? But it's a situation where your face and your back is turned against the sun, so you really can't feel that sunshine on you in the clouds or in a way. But the sun is still going to shine regardless, right? Even though we don't feel it, the clouds are covering it up. It's there. The sun is there. It's gonna always shine. And again, 4 Pentacles, urging you to have some control and stability when you get your you're still gonna get blessed with the things that you have in the background that you've been waiting for. So it's urging you again to put your money up, okay? This is not a bad thing. 4 Pentacles usually kind of represents, okay, in the let me tell you, in the reverse, it kind of represents greed, okay, and materialism and possession, okay, but in the upright, it represents stability, security, rank, okay, material gain, conservation, protection. You're protected. I'm telling you guys that I am speaking with authority, and you have to speak authority over your life as well. This is going to happen. Don't give up. Just one more day, okay? So with that, I'm going to end this, and I hope this helps somebody, y'all. I hope somebody open their eyes and their ears, and I'm not talking about your physical eyes, okay? I'm talking about your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears, and listen to this message, okay? Because I've been hearing it all day. Just one more day. One more day. Don't give up, okay? So with that, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for listening. And until next time.